You're listening to the Weekend Sport Podcast with Jason Pine from News Talk ZB.
Trent Boult back in the Blackcaps.
Bowling! Very first ball. Boult strikes. It's taken 32 years, but New Zealand have another Boxing Day wicket at the MCG.
One warning.
Absolutely. It was a beautiful delivery. It nipped back. It swung in. Trent Boult right on the money.
Yeah, that's Trent Boult in the white clothing. He's set to play his first one-day cricket international in almost a year for New Zealand after being included in the Blackcap squad for next month's series against England in England. Trent Boult, of course, is no longer centrally contracted to New Zealand cricket and has been primarily featuring in T20 leagues around the world in recent times, most recently in the United States. But he has been included in this 15-strong group for what will be the Blackcaps' last series before they head to the World Cup in India. Trent Boult's with us. Good to chat to you, Trent. How are you feeling about pulling on that Black Cap again?
Yeah, no, I'm very excited. It's been a wee while to, between drinks to get the Black Cap on the head, and just very, very hungry to get involved and obviously, do something special over the next couple of months with an exciting ODI World Cup coming up as well. So yeah, can't wait.
How do you reflect back on the last 12 months as a non-contracted New Zealand player?
It's been an enjoyable experience. It's been a new experience, and getting the chance to move around the world between franchises and play a bit of T20 cricket. And yeah, it's been different to be out of the black clothing and away from some very good friends, etc. And be watching Blackcaps cricket rather than playing it. So it's been a little bit different.
Are you glad you made the call that you did?
I am. I think it was a very hard decision to make initially with moving away from New Zealand and, as a contracted cricketer with international cricket, test cricket, etc. But, the main driver was, I'm coming towards the later end of my career, and as a fast bowler, nothing's guaranteed with, your body and injuries, etc. And I'm just really trying to make the most of the offers that I've received, and I've loved my time for the last 12 or so months to get to travel around and bring my kids and get them traveling around the world. It's been very cool.
Yeah, I was going to ask that because I know when you made the decision, you talked about family and how important that was, and being away from them for long periods must have been challenging. Has it been nice to see more of your wife and your boys?
Yeah, when I made the decision, a lot of people took the I suppose the press release or whatever it was is, me being around home and spending more time with my kids. But, the offers seem to come in pretty quickly to go around and play some cricket. And the best part about it has been, able to bring them on the road with me and experience life around the world and see Dad play some cricket. And it's a great feeling to look up in the stands and see your young kids up there waving away. And I've been very, very fortunate. So, no regrets from my end. It's been a great learning curve and some cool experiences. And now I'm just grateful to get the opportunity to come back in the Blackcaps environment and hopefully basically pick up where I left off.
So over the last 12 months or so, Trent, how much contact have you retained with Gary Stead and others at New Zealand cricket?
I can't really remember, to be honest. It's been a very quick 12 months. I think the communication really picked up around the contracting process for this season. And I suppose everyone knows I've taken what they've come up with as a casual playing agreement, and I think that I don't really like the word casual, but it just offers that kind of connection or that link between the player and New Zealand cricket. And I think from me moving away from the contract last year, it was just a little bit hazy really, but I had to respect that. It was all new for everyone, and me giving the contract back allowed other players to come through and obviously get the right above me to play and get selection, and now with this casual agreement, it's a bit more of a connection and working together kind of thing as opposed to doing different things. So it's a new landscape and it's a new world, but no, I'm excited to be back involved.
And you played, as you say, around the place. Had some time in Australia, the UAE, India, and most recently the United States. How was that comp?
It was awesome. Yep. Obviously great to go all the way and lift the trophy at the end of it, but America is such a cool place, right? And it's a big country, and they're trying hard to push cricket into there. And I'm thinking they were very happy with the inaugural launch of that league, and the cricket was a great standard, to be honest. The grounds were very well looked after, and there's some big players and some big names there as well. So, no, a very, very cool experience.
It doesn't seem like a huge lift in workload, but are there adjustments to be made in moving from T20 to 50-over cricket, bowling 10 overs instead of 4 in a game?
I think there is, and that's one thing that I really respect about coming out of T20 cricket into ODI cricket, where the workload is over double. One-day cricket is just an extension of T20 cricket, really, with the intensity and the expectations of you as a bowler and stuff. And I've always found ODI cricket as the toughest format. So I've been secretly chipping away in the background over the last couple of weeks to try and make sure the loads are all right with the hope of this happening. And I feel like I'm in a good space to hopefully contribute and pick up where I left off.
Brilliant stuff. And obviously the World Cup, as you mentioned, in India is after this tour of England. Have you thought much, often about this tournament in the last little while? Obviously with a bit of an eye back to 2019. We don't want to remember it too vividly, but do you think about the ODI World Cup a bit?
Yep, I think about it a lot. And 2015 was probably some of my most enjoyable cricket. Going to the MCG and getting the chance to play in that final in front of all my family and friends, and then being, agonisingly close at Lords 4 years ago. And I remember saying to Kane after that game, we've got to go back around to hopefully try lift it in 2023. So no, we've got a great side. We've got a very experienced side, and India needs that experience as a place to play. And no, I'm just excited about hopefully going over there and doing really well again. So can't wait.
Have you seen Kane around a bit? I think you're not really neighbours necessarily. It's sort of same neck of the woods. Have you seen him around? Does he look all right?
Yeah, no, he's looking good. I haven't seen him since I got back from the States, but obviously hard to see him going through what he's doing with the knee, but no, it's great to see him back hitting balls, and he's a hard man to keep away from the nets at the best of time, but he'll be doing everything he can to hopefully be close to playing, and no, I look forward to catching up with him.
Just a couple more, mate. Do you think you'll ever play red ball cricket again?
I'd love to, but I don't know. It's a changing world. I haven't picked up a red ball in well over a year now, so that's another thing. It's a whole different challenge to get out and bowl 30 overs in a day. Test cricket is still the top for me, and some of the memories I have in the black cap and white clothing has been awesome. But as I've said, I'm 34 now as of last week, so as a fast bowler, I don't know how much longer I can keep going, and it's about making the most of everything I can, and hopefully trying to set up my 3 young boys and go from there. So we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, but that agreement that you talked about in casual, you're right, seems like the wrong word. That leaves the door open, does it, like in theory anyway, to play Test cricket again for New Zealand?
Yeah, but I suppose the hard thing is trying to, be a freelance cricketer and be locked into contracts around leagues around the world, and trying to pick and choose which test I can and can't play, and that's something I don't want to do. It's just going to be something that I have to work through with what Test cricket looks like for me. But at the moment, I'm just solely focused on the World Cup and getting things back in the ODI clothing, and just hopefully making a big contribution over the next couple of months in that field.
Terrific. Well, I know New Zealand cricket fans were delighted to see your name included in the squad for the England ODIs, and we all hope, obviously, beyond that to the World Cup as well. Trent, great to have you back in the black cap, mate, and thanks for taking the time for a chat.
No worries. Anytime. Thank you.
Thank you, Trent. Trent Boult there, of course.
For more from Weekend Sport with Jason Pine, listen live to News Talk ZB weekends from midday, or follow the podcast on iHeartRadio.